Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Survival World series. Now, a week or so ago, I made a video talking about wanting to highlight the Minecraft Origins mod a little bit more prevalently on the channel. And today, well, you can probably tell which of the variants that we are going to be playing as. And we will be playing as the Blazeborn. At least to start with. I want to make a survival series of trying to beat the game with every different version of the character, and I'm hesitant about some of those rather than the others. But in my opinion, I do think that the Blazeborn is the easiest to do this with. So let's just take a couple of brief seconds to make sure that we adjust a couple of things. First off, yes, we're over here in the Nether, and I personally hate how foggy the Nether gets. However, there is a fix for that if you are using the Optifine client. So let's go ahead and open up our options so we can make some changes to that. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to come down here to details, and on the left hand side there's an option for fog, and you can just completely turn that off. And that will open up your view of the Nether a lot more. Now, yeah, you're gonna have some issues, and oh, this is an awesome spawn because we're gonna have access to Bastion right off the bat, and I wouldn't have noticed that if I was dealing with the fog. So let's jump down and see what's in this little ruined portal and hope that we can get some decent starter gear, because I'm going to want to mine up some of this gold and make myself a helmet as quickly as I possibly can. But in order to do that, I'm also going to need to find either a warped or crimson forest. So what I can do, at least to get down off of this horrific spawn point, is I can just jump down into the lava, because I do have fire immunity. And then let's just make our way back up to the top and swim our way casually over to that little point. And there's ghasts everywhere in here. That's going to be a major drawback of this playthrough. That was a bit of a painful process. We're going to want to punch out this gravel. It's going to cause some updates through the rest of the gravel here. No, it's not, apparently. But that is going to give us the ability to come over to this chest. We're just going to need to make sure that there aren't any piglins nearby, and we didn't get any tools, but we did get some boots, some mending boots and some thorns boots. Those are actually both really nice to have. So let's throw these boots on, and then I would venture into this bastion immediately. However, I don't have any weapons, and I am playing in a version where the brutes are available. So what I'm actually going to do is, despite the fact that there's some really good loot right here, I am going to take a screenshot of the coordinates so we can get back to this spot, and we will be back over here once I have actual tools. So it actually looks like we're fortunate enough to have two bastions back and back next to each other, and unfortunately this stupid little magma cube ended up getting me. So the plus side is we're back on full health. The bad attribute or aspect is that we have lost all of that gold gear, so we're going to need to pick that up again or get some new gear that we can use. But really this playthrough is going to start taking off once we have access to any sort of tools. So right over here is what I'm looking for. That's a crimson forest. I think it's the worst of the two forests for us to try and scope out, but it is decently close to our starting point, so it'll be good for us. We got an enderman chilling over there that we'll want to keep an eye out for as we make our way across. Okay, so there's a hoglin over there that's going to cause us some trouble. But what we can do is we can grab a little bit of some gravel, and that'll at least be enough for us to have some sort of building barrier block that will be usable to us if we need to get away from them in a pinch. Okay, so we've got our crafting table. I don't recall if I'm able to make a pick out of wood and then mine this nether gold ore. But I've already got some company, and I was not able to craft up something to which I can, you know, defend myself with. So I should probably do that as well. However, now that I've got a little bit of clearance here, let's see if this does anything for me. I do get a couple of nuggets, so that's good. That'll give us enough to make a helmet, which will be good for keeping the piglins off of us. So now we can stroll around a little more casually, but I should still try and make some weapons. And gold, I think, is actually going to be my best resource for that this early on. So I'm going to have to find some more nether gold ore that I can mine up that's not going to aggro any of the piglins nearby. So we've got enough for some iron tools. I think that the best first investment for us is going to be making an iron sword, just because that's ultimately going to do more for us. In terms of other tools that we need to make, let's make ourselves some stone picks, because those are going to be better. And let's actually make a stone axe as well. There's some nice gold blocks in here that we're going to want to try and salvage up. Looting one sword, a bunch of additional ingots, and some flint and steel. How many more ingots can we get out of this? 2. Do I want to invest that into a pick is the question. I actually think I don't. I think that the route to go right now is actually a bucket. So this is actually one of the better bastions. You can tell because there's a golden horde in the shape of a hog's head up there. And as we make our way closer, we should be able to deduce a few more things about it. And you can see that there's some quartz up that way as well. Now, I'm hoping that this strategy actually works decently well in my favor, because lava flows faster here in the nether than it does in the overworld. So if we have this lava bucket on standby and we place that down, then we should be able to provide not only an additional source of protection for ourselves in terms of not being able to be encroached upon, but it will increase our damage output because we deal more damage if we are flaming or on fire, and it will also deter the opponents from approaching us and causing us more grief and damage. And that's particularly what I'm concerned about when it comes to dealing with the brutes. So let's actually grab this guy real quick. Was that the only one of these in the nearby area? It was, which is unfortunate, because I really like having access to red mushrooms. But I guess it's not the end of the world, because we can actually take that red mushroom and we can start using it to our benefit as we make our home and some other places. I just really want to make sure that I can get some good loot as we do that. So let's grab our netherrack, make sure that we have this ready to place down at a moment's notice, because this is where the terror really starts to come in. Okay, that hoglin seems to be trapped in a pit, which is good. Let's move this over here. Oh, he hits very, very hard. Very, 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 very hard. Okay, that actually works quite well for getting rid of these guys. Oh my gosh. Taking advantage of a weakness that I can exploit. That's the name of the game right here. Let's see if I can push you in here, and then push you in here. It appears that I can. And if you can't see me, then we shouldn't have a problem, right? That's the logic we're going with here. I think I've thought through everything except grabbing this extra lantern. So let's see what's in here. We've got some ancient debris. We've got some obsidian. We've got some ingots, some magma cream, and then what do we have in here? Some additional crying obsidian, some more armor. Soul speed 1, which is better than nothing. Smite. Silk touch diamond pickaxe. That is actually going to really, really benefit how quick we're able to process through our playstyle. I actually think that I could set this room up as being kind of my starting point. It's going to need to be overhauled pretty drastically, but I'm liking the stuff that's coming out of here. So let's go ahead and consolidate some things around. So that's going to be where we end off today's episode of Origins Survival Blazeborn Edition. And in our next episode, I'm really hoping to get some more mileage out of that Silk Touch pick, as well as hopefully see if we can track down a nether fortress. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.